Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for joining us here at the first virtual open house. And today we are going to be, I'd like to introduce Alan McGee. He's a faculty member with our Automotive Business School of Canada. He's going to deliver a brief presentation, and then there's going to be an opportunity for you, the public, who's a guest at this event, to ask Alan and a couple of other faculty members some questions that pertain to the Automotive Business School of Canada. So please just remember to use the chat function, and we are not going to be answering them until Alan's presentation is complete, and then we'll have quite a bit of time to answer your questions. All right, so Alan, over to you.
Okay.
Alan, your mic's muted.
Okay, sorry about that. Can you see my content? Yes, thank you. Can you see the content?
Sorry, Alan, you're going to have to reshare that.
Yes, thank you. I had to go back and unmute. All right, there we go. Okay, now can you see the content?
Shortly, it's coming up here. I'll get you going live. All right, Alan, your content is live.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sylvia, and thank you, Sean, for the excellent technical support. Good morning, everyone, to this year's open house presentation for the Automotive Business School of Canada. My name's Alan McGee, and I'll be your presenter for this session. We also have online my colleagues Darlene Burton and June Martin, who will be participating in this session as well. I've been a faculty member at ABSC since 2003, and I currently serve as the program coordinator for the Automotive Management Degree Program. Darlene is also a faculty member, and she's the program coordinator for the Automotive Business Diploma Program. June is our most excellent cooperative education job developer. Our presentation this morning should take approximately 20 minutes, which will give us some time for questions and answers afterwards. And I will also give you our contact information at the end, just in case we run out of time. So let's get this going. I'm going to show you a short video. All right. The Automotive Business School of Canada started out as the Canadian Automotive Institute back in 1985. The school was started as a partnership between the college and the Canadian Automobile Dealers Association. The school was started to be a place for young people to get the education they needed to enter the automotive industry in Canada and around the world. We do this by providing business programs with a focus on a particular industry, in this case, the automotive industry. We are a national program with students coming from all over all the provinces and territories in Canada, as well as internationally. Our students work in all aspects of the auto industry, including dealerships, OEMs, the aftermarket, finance sectors, remarketing, service, and event management. What sets our school apart from most other general business programs is the tremendous amount of support that we get from our industry partners. This starts with our governance structure, which features a board of directors composed of senior professionals from different parts of the industry. And as you can see here, our board of directors consists of members from the CADA, and AIA stands for Aftermarket Industry of Canada, and the CVMA and GAC, those are the OEM associations, as well as having two advisory boards who work with our faculty and staff to ensure that our curriculum and marketing meets today's standards. This tremendous industry support also extends to the amount of scholarships and awards available to students in automotive programs at Georgian. There are over 75 awards and scholarships for ABSC students, which total over $100,000 given away annually, more than any other program at Georgian College. So let's take a look at our programs. The first program I would like to talk about is the 2-year Diploma in Automotive Business. This program consists of 4 academic semesters plus 2 cooperative education work terms. Students in this program will graduate with 8 months of paid work experience and the knowledge they need to get started in the industry. Graduates of the diploma program typically find employment in entry to mid-level positions across the broad spectrum of companies in the auto industry. The young man you see here is a recent diploma program graduate who currently manages an active Green and Ross tire shop in Barrie, and he was more than happy to sell me a set of winter tires for my truck 2 weeks ago. So the program looks like this. This chart shows the typical progression for a student in the diploma program starting in the fall semester. As you can see, students begin in the fall and complete 2 academic semesters before going on their first co-op work term in the summer. They return for the fall semester and then do their second co-op work term in the winter. They come back for their last academic semester in the summer and graduate. We also have a January start for those who would rather do that. The diploma program originally started out as a 3-year diploma in automotive marketing in 1985. It was changed in 2011 to become a 2-year program to better reflect the needs of our graduates and employer partners. We also offer a 4-year degree program called the BBAA, which stands for Bachelor's in Business Automotive Management. This program consists of 8 academic semesters and 12 months of paid work spread across 3 co-op work terms. This program was introduced in 2003 and designed to prepare students for entry to mid-level positions at corporate offices and other sectors of the industry. This is an undergraduate degree program considered equivalent to any business degree from a university, which means that our graduates have the option of further study at the master's level. And we have had a number of our graduates go on and complete their masters from universities such as the University of Fredericton, Queen's, and St. Mary's University as well. This gentleman is a graduate of our degree program who is currently working for an OEM, and the last time I heard, I believe he was with Mitsubishi Canada. The degree program looks like this. Similar to the diploma program, students in the degree program alternate academic semesters with paid co-op work terms at different times of the year. And as you can see, they do a co-op in the summer, one in the winter, and then one in the fall. This sequence provides a number of benefits. Students get to experience the seasonality of the auto industry in Canada, and employers benefit from the availability of our students for all 3 semesters during the year. And as you can see from the chart, students in the degree program have 1 vacation semester in the fall of the 3rd year, simply because 8 plus 3 is 11, and there's 12 semesters in the 4-year period, so there's 1 extra. Most of our students will work during this time, but some take a vacation. As a unique program, we don't offer every course in every semester, which is why we structure the program as you see here. Having said that, there's some flexibility built into the system. So if a student was to find themselves an opportunity for, say, an 8-month co-op, we can make adjustments to the progression and the sequencing of their program to allow for that. And I've done that on a number of occasions. This is where your program coordinator can provide advice on progression through the program. So which program is for you? Well, that depends on a number of factors, such as what your career objective might be, at least what it might be for now, how strong a student you are academically, how much focus you intend to put on school versus other aspects of your life, such as work, family, community involvement, and how long you want to be in school. For those who are unsure as to the answers to these questions, the good news is you can do both programs if you want to. While the 2 programs are designed to stand alone, they are also connected through a degree completion pathway. A student who achieves an average GPA of 70% or better in the 2-year diploma program can transfer into the degree program and receive up to 20 transfer credits. This would leave them 5 semesters of academic study and 1 additional co-op work term to complete to earn their degree. And it's become a popular pathway for a number of our students. We take a look at the courses. As you can see, both programs are a combination of general business courses and automotive focused courses. as well as general education or liberal arts electives. And so on the left, you can see there that the general business courses are from all the different functions of a business, and the automotive focus courses give our students exposure to the broad spectrum of topics that they're likely to encounter, including the aftermarket, parts and service, sales management, marketing management, and even automotive commercial relationships is all about how dealers and OEMs work together. And then we have other options available too, such as fleet and advanced aftermarket and that kind of thing. So there's lots to choose from. Now, what makes ABSC different from other business programs? Well, I've already mentioned the tremendous industry support that we get to help us ensure that what we're teaching is current, as well as scholarships and co-op work opportunities. The other type of support comes in the form of student experience opportunities. Certainly one of the highlights of our program has always been the learning opportunity provided by participating in the annual Georgian College Auto Show, which last year would have been our 35th year in a row if COVID-19 had not gotten in the way of that. The Auto Show is an OEM-sponsored outdoor show of new vehicles, which is organized and run by students, typically in the first weekend of June of each year. In doing this show, students have the opportunity to practice their teamwork and leadership skills while talking to the public about their passion, which happens to be cars and trucks. Unfortunately, due to the car manufacturers canceling their participation in auto shows for the coming year, we've had to cancel our show as well. But at some point in the future, we hope to get back to having auto shows. And if not auto shows, then we'll also be looking at large-scale events of some type. So it is part of our curriculum, and we intend on keeping it that way in the future. Another aspect of the student experience are guest speakers. We also enjoy the support of the industry in terms of a guest speaker series, where our students have the opportunity to meet professionals from all sectors of the automotive industry. The person in this picture speaking to our students is the general manager of the Canadian International Auto Show in Toronto back in 2019. We had taken a busload of our auto show captains and co-captains to the Toronto show that year, and the general manager of that show took time out to speak to our students about the challenges of running such a large show. So but most of our guest speakers come to the college to speak to our students. We're virtual at the moment, but we hope to get back to in person as soon as we can. We choose our guest speakers from different parts of the industry so that our student can learn all about the different sectors, how broad the industry is, and the challenges that companies in those sectors face. Another aspect of the student experience are field trips, and those are actually built into the curriculum. The picture here are students in the dealership sales management class visiting the ADESA auction in North Toronto. They spend a part of a day there to see firsthand how the remarketing industry works. Students in other classes have gone to digital marketing conferences at Google headquarters in downtown Toronto, at Facebook, and a number of other opportunities present themselves. And so that's part of the extra. We also, another highlight each year is what we call the Student Aftermarket Conference, which takes place in November. So students who are taking the Introduction to the Canadian Aftermarket course, there's a one-day conference as part of their curriculum. This is sponsored by the Aftermarket Industry Association of Canada. They help organize it and provide the logistics and actually pay for it, which we're very pleased about. Our students they create presentations about current challenges in the industry, and then they do a presentation in front of industry professionals as a competition, and they're judged, and the winners receive prizes from the sponsors, and also the winning team gets to go on and present at another conference put on by AIA. So it's a great event. It's coming up in the next week. It's virtual this year, but it's been in person every other year. So it provides the opportunity for our students to meet, present, and interact with leaders from different companies in the aftermarket. Another aspect of the student experience is the opportunity to participate in professional development. And this picture is a group of students who Through the support of IA Sal Group and LG Finance, these students were provided with the opportunity to attend finance and insurance training or business management training. And so IA Sal and LG Finance, those are the two biggest companies that offer finance and insurance products to consumers. They sell them through the dealerships, and so the business office of a dealership sells these products when people buy a new or used vehicle. These companies who are suppliers come to our school and put on this training for a small group of our students. This is the exact same training that these companies do for the dealership people. It can be very expensive, but they provide it to our students for a nominal cost to really just cover the refreshments and meals during the 5-day training program. At the end of it, our students come out qualified to work in a business office of a dealership, and they can use that to help them secure co-op or graduate employment. And we've been doing this a couple times a year for the last couple of years, so it's a great opportunity, and students have to apply and be selected to attend this training. And occasionally our students also have the great opportunity to take part in industry conferences, such as the CADEX conference in Nova Scotia, where these 3 students actually not only attended, but they were part of a panel discussion on how dealers can reach the younger generation of consumers as well as potential employees. Also in the past, we've sent groups of students to the annual conference for NAFA, which stands for National Association of Fleet Administrators. So there are the occasional conference that our students have the opportunity to go to. And several times per year, our students also have the opportunity to network with industry professionals from companies interested in hiring them for co-op work terms or graduate employment opportunities at an event we call speed networking. And speed networking is a lot like speed dating. You mix 25 to 30 employers and 75 students, put them together in a room at tables, and they spend 7 minutes talking to each other. We ring the bell and they get up and move. Students get up and move to the next table. So at the end of the evening, they've had a chance to meet and talk briefly to 25 different employers. And we know firsthand that students have been hired as a result of the connections they've made at these speed networking sessions. It's been very popular. We've been running it for a number of years now. This year we are moving to a virtual event, which will be coming up on November 26th, and we've had some good response for that as well. Prospective students often ask us how co-op works in our programs, and the easy answer is it works very well indeed, thank you. However, it doesn't happen on its own. A lot of hard work has gone into developing our co-op program into the success that it is. While students have the flexibility and are ultimately responsible for finding their own co-op employment opportunities, we have many employers who come to us with co-op opportunities consistently year after year because they know the quality of the students that we have available. We maintain a database of employment opportunities that students can apply directly to. We offer co-op prep classes for our students to give them the skills that they need to help secure employment, including resume building and interviewing skills. And as you can see from this slide, these are just some of the different sectors of the industry our students find employment in for co-op and after graduation. And at one time, our program was very heavily dealership based because most of our students came from dealerships, dealership families. But over the years, we've gotten more and more students who don't come from a dealership background. They come from no automotive background at all, and they wind up working in the industry because of the connections they make when they get here. And so we have many of our alumni, and there's close to 2,500 to 3,000 alumni out there working in the industry, working at vehicle manufacturers, at corporate level marketing or in sales and distribution, finance, accounting, you name it. Many students do work at dealerships as well as the aftermarket and related industries. A lot of our students lately wind up working in digital marketing and social media and that kind of thing. So, and don't forget daily rental and the remarketing industry as well. So they're all over the place, and that's the beauty of the program, is that they're getting a sound business education with paid work experience, and that helps us to achieve a graduate employment rate of over 90% consistently year after year. So in terms of why you should choose ABSC, it's because you're getting a value-added business education and it helps you achieve your career objectives. So if you love cars, then you're going to be in good company, because that's the one thing our students all have in common. So now, as our time is limited this morning, I put our contact information on here. I'm Alan McGee, and you can see my email address there. Darlene Burton is our Diploma Program Coordinator. Her address is there, and Joe is our Marketing Officer. So at the end of this session, if you would like to speak more about the program or have some questions that don't get answered, please send us an email and we'd be happy to contact you, perhaps set up another online meeting one-on-one, and we can get your questions answered. But that's it for my formal presentation, and so I'm going to turn it over to, I'm going to unshare the content and then turn it over to our host, our moderator, to take some questions. Okay.
Thank you very much, Alan. That was great. Yeah, you provided a really great overview and also some really good details about exactly what the ABSC Automotive Business School of Canada offers. I, as a recruiter, am often asked questions, so you really answered a lot of those questions. So we're going to now go to the Q&A period of the session, and we are going to take a look at some of the questions. So one of the questions we have that's come in is, what kind of co-op positions do students get, and has it changed since the pandemic? Has those positions changed?
I'm going to let June Martin answer that question.
Okay. Should I put my camera on or just answer offline? It doesn't matter.
You can just, answer offline. That's fine.
Okay. Okay. I wanted to show my excellent background. So similar to the grad opportunities that Alan showed a few moments ago, working in dealerships, either in parts, in service, in sales, product ambassadors, anything at the corporate office. We've had students in sales planning and product planning. We've had students work at the automotive auction. We've had students work, oh my goodness, in social media, like not social media, but digital marketing companies. So anything, it's very interesting because we are an automotive program, but all of our co-ops and even our grad positions, it's not just cars. We have students that work in the marine industry with boats, RVs, and then pretty much anything with an engine, you can find our students, even farm equipment. We've had students in that field as well. So the second part of the question was, during the pandemic, has anything changed? Absolutely, just like every other industry. The dealerships have been deemed essential, but they were running on a lot less people. So there was a lot less co-ops, but we're starting to see things come back now. So I guess the pandemic slowed things down, but we're really seeing an uptake now, and it's slow, but it's happening. So we're really happy about that.
Sorry, Sylvia, I did mute you.
There we go. Sorry about that. I just wanted to remind folks that are logged in to type in your questions in the live Q&A, and we can ask the faculty your specific questions. Okay, so I do have another question, which is kind of a common one that I get as a recruiter. If nothing changes and we kind of continue, will more classes continue, or will the classes continue to be delivered in a remote delivery?
I can answer that one, or Darlene, would you like to answer that one?
Sure, I can answer it. Well, my program, or the program that I'm coordinated for, is the 2-year AUBU program, and every course is available online. So regardless of whether there is class participation, once we get back to the college and do the classes, you can still take this program online and work at the same time. So, but I think as far as the degree program, is not 100% online. Just the AUBU is and can be, it can be either or. It's very flexible.
The degree program, some of the program is available online. So we are scheduled to be remote delivery for the winter semester at the very least. I don't know if we've made a full decision on the summer yet as of now, but we hope to get back to in-person delivery. I'd say approximately half of the degree program is available online at the present time. So.
Perfect. And one question that I, as a recruiter, get asked a lot, and it probably folks out there may have the same question. With the delivery, there's this asynchronous and synchronous delivery. Can you talk a little bit about that? Is it going to be entirely, is it a combination of, and can you talk a little bit about what that delivery looks like for ABSC programs? Okay,
yeah, I'd be happy to. There are some courses that are designated online delivery anyway, and so those courses tend to be asynchronous in terms of it's an online course, students work at it. There's a schedule, they work on it throughout the semester, but there's no real live contact in terms of classes. They interact and communicate with their instructor as they need to and that kind of thing, but that's a fully online course, and not, as we mentioned, not all of our courses are like that. We're currently in a remote delivery mode, and what most instructors have been asked to do, all instructors have been asked to do, is conduct live sessions, which would be synchronous. So to conduct a live class at least once a week. And so myself, I'm teaching several different classes, and I have a live class every week at a specific time where, just as if I was in the classroom, we talk about content, we discuss things, we answer questions. And in addition to that, well, then there's the Blackboard shell, the learning management system software, where the students go to find every course. They have a separate website where they find all the content they need, the videos and the assignments and the instructions and all that stuff. So I say most courses are offering something live on a regular basis, so that to help students be connected. Great. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Alan. We have a question that has come in from Andrew, and Andrew asks, do I need to apply separately to the diploma and degree programs? Depends on what you want to start with. Right. Darlene, do you want to take that for the diploma?
For sure. The question is, sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, it says, does somebody need to apply separately for the diploma and the degree program?
Okay. Yes, you need to apply separately. If your first commitment is to go into the 2-year program, then you apply for that. If your commitment right off the get-go is to go into the 4-year program, you apply to that. However, when you are in the 2-year program, you do have an option to go into the degree program, but that is only after you have graduated from the 2-year program. So you would take your 6 courses and your 2 co-ops per semester for your AUB program, 2 years, and then based on a GPA after you graduate from the 2-year program, if your GPA is 70% or better, then you have an opportunity to go into the degree program. You get get 20 credits from the 2-year program into the degree, and it is possible to complete the degree program with additional 2 years. So either way, it's 4 years, 2 years diploma, 2 years of degree, but you do have to apply separately to each one right in the beginning.
Wonderful. Can you also, continuing on that note, can you review what the admission requirements are for the diploma program and then for the degree program, please?
I can, the diploma program is your grade 11, grade 12. You need to have that in order to get into the diploma program. I'm not sure about the degree program if the rules are a bit higher.
And just to clarify, grade 11 or grade 12 math credit?
Math credit, yes, I'm sorry.
School
yes.
With your grade 11 or 12 math credit, great.
Yes. Yeah.
And Alan, can you comment on the degree requirements?
I wish I could. I honestly wish I could, because I don't have a brochure directly in front of me, but you need your grade 12, you need U or college level courses, you need a grade 12 math and a grade 12 English, I believe.
And I believe you need the 6 U-level credits, and 2 of them have to be the grade 12 U-level English and grade 12 U-level math.
Yes, I'm just actually looking at our brochure now, and
Right.
the admission requirements, minimum overall average of 65%, like you said, 6 grade 12 U or M level courses, grade 12 English U, and grade 12 mathematics U.
Great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was right. Woohoo!
You were. Excellent.
I also just want to quickly mention, if you decide to go into the 2-year program and you're not sure you want to commit to the 4-year program, you can, I can help you as a coordinator pick and choose your courses as you go into your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th semester that will give you the maximum credits towards going into your degree if you decide to go that route.
Wonderful. Awesome. Thanks. All right, just checking the questions here. Let's see if there's a new question. What are the costs of this program? That's a common question that we get. Perhaps you can just comment on how much it costs per semester and some of the additional fees.
Darlene, do you want to handle the diploma?
Sure. On the diploma side, the approximate 1st-year costs are around $4,000, and that includes your tuition fees, your ancillary fees, and that is based on the 2019-2020 semester, or pardon me, year. So that's give or take. So I'm not sure offhand the exact amount that it costs per year, but that's approximately what it is to get into the 2-year program.
Yeah, the degree program tuition and fees are a little bit higher. I believe they're $7,500 to $8,000 for a 2-semester year, right? So it's less per semester.
Awesome. Can you talk a little bit about the automotive business, the auto show, and how that's woven into the curriculum of the 2 different delivery programs?
Well, the auto show in the degree program, actually, we have 2 what they call practicums, 2 labs that are part of the requirement of the curriculum. The first lab, students are a participant in the show, so they would be placed on a team, either a manufacturer's team or one of the logistics teams or special events, and they would work the show as a team member. The second practicum is they assume a leadership role, either a captain or a co-captain, for that show. Now that's when we do have the auto show. Unfortunately, we didn't have one last year, and we're not scheduled to have one this coming year. The curriculum is flexible in that in the event we don't have a show, students take 2 different courses, one called event planning and execution, and the other one called leadership. And so we have the plan B, so to speak, if we don't have a show. We are looking at the future to possibly organize a different kind of large-scale event to replace the auto show if the manufacturers decide in the future that they are going to move away from that format.
Wonderful. Okay. Great, thank you. Another question we have received is, what is the average class size?
Oh, that's a good one. In my classes, 35 to 40. In the first year degree classes tend to be 35 to 40. I've seen it as high as 50, but lately it's been 35 to 40. 4th year classes about the same. Yeah, in the diploma, I think they tend to be a bit bigger, don't they, Darlene?
Yeah, they do. They tend to be closer to 40, 50 per class, and they can go higher, but they do go as high as 55, but usually it's around 40 to 50. And I just want to make note that even though we have our courses that are going to be delivered online, I want to just let you know that online delivery is different than maybe, I'm not sure what you're thinking, but it can be quite different than what you may think it looks like. It's very interactive. There's a lot of information. You aren't left on your own, just to go online, look at the videos, do the work, do the assignments. There's lots of support. We have ways that we can meet you and help you. We've got all sorts of different services within the college. So online is a lot more interactive than it used to be. And so it's not classroom, but it is very interactive, and there's a lot of support. So don't even think to be scared to be taking courses online, because we're all here to help you, and it actually can be quite a bit of fun. So just thought I'd throw that in there.
That's a really great reminder. And, you know, on the back of that, Georgian and most colleges have our students services, and part of student services is the student advisors that support current students, all the supports that happen through IT and through the remote delivery. So there's a lot of really great information on our website, folks. If you just go to the Georgian College homepage and you look along the top, we've got a lot of different headings, and one of them is student services. Please check it out, and in there it talks about remote delivery, and there's a lot of really great tips and tricks in there to support you in being successful, at not only as a student, but with this new reality of more and more classes being delivered online. I have another question that has come through. Since the Automotive Business School of Canada, it is kind of the only one of its kind in Canada, and we have students that come will come or virtually study all over Canada. When it comes to making placements, co-op placements in their home communities, can you talk a little bit about that? Is that common? Is that a possibility?
Coming on camera here.
Take it away.
Yeah.
Take it away.
So that's a great question, because we do get students from all across Canada and across the world. Most of our students are, like I said, usually within Ontario, but a student can work wherever they like. So if they're from Eastern, you know, if they're from Nova Scotia, they can work in Nova Scotia. Although sometimes students from another province want to work in Canada. And the fact that they have in the degree 3 co-ops, in the diploma 2 co-ops, they could choose maybe to stay home for one, or choose to stay in Ontario. So it all depends, but yeah, we have them all over Canada. And most of the co-ops we post, though, are usually within Ontario. We've had a couple of international ones or whatever, but it doesn't stop anyone from finding something on their own, as long as it meets the program learning outcomes. So yeah, I was calling some of my students the other day, and I was talking to one in Manitoba and another one in Nova Scotia. So yeah, they're definitely all over.
Super cool. That's cool. And are you able to comment on an average salary for co-ops, you know, kind of a range?
Yeah, absolutely. So it really does vary. I'm going to say, just because our students work in so many different parts of the sector. So I would say a student working in a dealership can expect anything between $16 and $18 an hour, and certainly can be higher. If they're working at a corporate office, a corporate head office, it usually starts about $17, $18 and can go up to about $25 an hour. But if you're looking on average, like if you're in small town Ontario working in a dealership, you're probably going to get a lot less than if you're working in Toronto. So it depends on where you are geographically and the type of role that you have.
Excellent. Thanks for that. So, Alan, Darlene, is there anything else you wanted to add? Our session is slowly winding up, coming to an end. So any last departing remarks?
I would just like to say that in case you didn't get my contact information on the slide, go into, okay, I think he's going to put it up. Or
yeah, Sean's going to put it up for the folks who are logged in.
Okay, when you go to my program in Georgian College website, you can have my email address there. And I just want to let you know I am available, very flexible, to take emails, to take calls, to meet with you. I am happy to meet and ask you and have you ask any questions you want. So don't be afraid to give me a call. Don't be afraid to email me. I will get back to you very quickly and give you all the information to help you make your decision. So thank you. I hope to hear from you.
That's awesome. Thanks so much.
In terms of, can you hear me, Sylvia?
Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead, Alan.
in terms of parting comments, one thing I never mentioned was we also get a fair number of students from who are in other university programs all over, who may have chosen a different program and they find us and decide to leave the program they're in and join us. And that's a great thing to do because we offer transfer credits depending on the courses that they've taken in the program they started. And so if a student's in a general business program, many times if they've got over 60% in some of the courses they've been taking in their current program, we can give them a transfer credit for courses in our program. And so that's a fairly common thing. And they would contact their program coordinator, which is me, if they are interested in joining us with advanced standing. So it's we encourage them to do that.
That's an excellent reminder. We have our Credit Transfer Center, which is part of our admissions team, and they work together with program coordinators to make a pathway and work on what students will get advanced credit for. So thanks for that reminder. And I just wanted to remind, I don't know, Alan, if you can find that contact screen that had Joe, your, and Darlene's contact information.
Oh.
If not, I can remind folks that all program contact information is listed on the program pages. So when people navigate to the program pages, on the right-hand side of that program page, it has all kinds of headings, and one of them says contact, and it'll have the coordinator, program support staff contacts, there it is, information, as well as their email. But that's even better. So folks can take a screenshot of that, and we can go from there.